Hello, my friends. Rivers here. One of the purposes of me telling you all these stories, and there's lots more, is that I want all of you to feel like you know some of the great ancestors that you have, specifically because I have the most experience with them. My mom and dad, Lou and June Harris. We also called them Brad and Liz Harris as nicknames. At any rate, I want to read to you a letter that I wrote to my dad on his 80th birthday, and I'll read it to you. Dad, what a momentous day this is for you. You have significantly outlived Grandma's prognostication that you would die an early death, and then some. She used to tell him that he was going to die young. I know that turning 80 with Parkinson's is not what you would have scripted for your life. But then again, who scripted this wild and wonderful life of yours anyway? The bottom line is that, Parkinson's notwithstanding, you have been blessed in incredible ways these 80 years. Is there a happier married couple on planet Earth than you and Mom? Could parents have more amazing kids than you and Mom have? Is it possible to have grandchildren and great-grandchildren as spectacular as yours? By any and all possible measures, you are one lucky man. Dad, it is apparent to me that God has lovingly watched over you and kept you from harm's way all of these years. You are a remarkable man, a superlative husband, an unbelievably good and loving father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, and true blue friend and mentor to thousands. As you struggle with your health, I am sure, it is hard to fathom the massive impact for good you have had on thousands of people. When your health concerns seem overwhelming, as Parkinson's continues to rob you of your strength, energy, and dignity, take some deep breaths and just try, I dare you, to plumb the depths of your eldest son's love, admiration, and respect for you. You are my best friend, other than Jean, on this planet. I have watched you 24/7, 365 days of the year for 56 years, like a hawk. I walk like you. I think like you. I bleed University of Utah crimson like you. And I love my wife and children like you do. You are hands down the finest man I have ever known. No contest. Not only do we have this incredible father-son relationship, but you are also extraordinarily close to each of my 7 children. You are a huge and beloved part of their lives. You would be thrilled to know how much we love to tell Grandpa Lou stories when we are away from you. You and your name are revered. The mere mention of your name brings knowing smiles and chuckles of love. Despite your health challenges, you still make my kids laugh, and they feel your love and concern for them. My family has lived this fairy tale / Leave It to Beaver life these last almost 20 years because we live so close to you and Mom. Virtually any time my kids or me want to, they can traipse on down to your comfortable and delightful home and visit two of the most quirky and wonderful set of grandparents that Hollywood central casting could dream up. It's almost as if the Baileys, played by Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed, grown old and wise and wonderful, now reside at 2992 Willow Creek Drive for the sole purpose of making the S.W. Harris family smile, laugh, and bear up the vicissitudes of life with class and good humor. I have a wonderful life due in large part to you and Mom. I cannot even begin to express my love for you and Mom. I cannot separate the love I have for both of you because of the inseparable and loving team you have become. When you are feeling down, when your Parkinson's frustrates the living daylights out of you, grab this birthday note, read it often. Look at all the pictures of your huge and vibrant family hanging on the walls and dressers in your bedroom and throughout your home, and revel in the joy and happiness of your life. With much love, Steve. Here I read this 12 years, I think, later, when I wrote the note, and I still feel emotional when I talk about my dad. And I hope that you would have the same sort of feelings of love for me that my kids had for their grandfather. And I just feel so blessed that my dad chose to be such a stand-up father and a stand-up husband. And I hope that by telling you some of these really cool things about my dad, for instance, that you will be inspired and feel like you almost can reach out and touch him. I have this feeling that he's quite involved in your lives, each of your lives, even though you can't see him, as an angel, as someone who comes at times of stress, when you need an extra lift from the other side of the veil. And I hope that we can all learn from and be more like my dad and my mom. And that's the message I have for you tonight.